Hello everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's stream. We are live and we're here to give you an update on Mimic. Give you a little look at what we've been doing. Although a lot of it, to be fair, has been a lot of like behind the scenes stuff of like business stuff. So nothing too major in changes, but there is something I want to work on tonight and I want to get your advice and feedback on in particular. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. I'm just going to move my camera a bit over to yep, there you go. Okay, yeah, so this is Mimic. This is the not the editor version. The editor's version is still loading. We'll jump into that in a moment, but I thought I'd show you the game packaged and see what it looks like. Let's put some color behind me as well. There we go. Let's go for a bit of blue. There we go. Okay, so let's log in. So login, if you don't know, is using Epic account services. And in the game, I say a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So if you've watched the last time we went through this, not much has changed really. But we are here and I'll show you a few things. So first thing, one little addition we've made is little tooltips for each of the buttons. So we can see things, open your profile, access your friends list, like that. Open your profile page. We've got the news feed, which is fetching from the WordPress website. So you'll grab the RSS feed from that and show us any news updates. Custom game, host game, and matchmaking. So let's go to custom game, for example. Yeah, we'll do an online lobby. So the screen currently looks like this. It probably will go through some changes. One of the big things to worry about when doing this sort of screen was it has to have up to 8 people. So trying to fit 8 people on one screen is pretty difficult. So there may be a rework on this and figuring out what this should do, but we'll cross that bridge when we get back to it. But the idea is as well, you'll be able to change your character using the character selector. I don't think this works yet, but yeah, it doesn't work yet. But you can choose. You'll be able to choose your character, and away you go. Really. Rule set. So with customized games, if you're playing with your friends, that is in a private lobby, you can go into rule sets, and there will be more to this. But currently, you can like change some of these settings. So if you want to change the Android count, you can change that. You can change the Android walk speed, make them faster, slower, whatever you want to do. You want whether you want to give them a berserk mode or not. Berserk mode would be them running at you if they see you, rather than just walking at you. Various map rules, player rules, and mimic rules as well. Okay, so there's lots of little things that you'll be able to change in the custom lobbies, but none of this is hooked up yet, so worry about that next time. But let's jump into the game and start a session. And as I said, like by today, something that I wanted to work on particular, and I want to get your advice on as well, and see what you think. As been going back and forward on how to approach it. So in the game, you'll all start here. And so I think the editor is loading up at the moment in the background, so it's causing a little bit of frame drops, but that's fine. But the idea is that you'll be able to go around and upgrade your security clearance. So to find these will be randomly placed in the map. And upgrade the thing. We'll make that more fancy as well at some point. One thing I did do though was I cut this body in half. It looks a bit weird there, but yeah, it's cut in half. So I did that with using the modeling tools. I just went in and cut it all up and then layered some stuff on top of it to make it look like it's cut. Which way should we go? So I've got to find a valve wheel, an empty energy cell, and an empty gas canister. Now I know where a couple of those are, so we'll go see if they're there. As it will randomize the placement of some things as well. There's an empty canister or power core. So that needs more visual feedback. We'll work on that as well at some point. Maybe even today. We'll see how much time we have today. But we power this thing up over here in the reactor. Obviously, I'm playing single player at the moment. But the android is walking around here somewhere. There he is. So I'll go get this thing now to the shuttle, which is easier said than done because at the moment I don't have the security clearance to get into the shuttle area. See? So I need to upgrade my security clearance. So give me one sec. And there's a security room here. So I'm just going to drop this for a second. Upgrade the security key there. Done. Right, let's pick up this. So you also get solar flares happening that start fires and explosions and all sorts of things going on. Fires can block your path, so you have to put them out if you need to. And inside energy core, and that's one objective complete. So now we've got to find a valve wheel. Obviously this will be a lot easier and quicker when you've got multiple people playing the game with you. On your own it's a bit slower going, but we need a valve wheel which we can find over here. Now I've got to find the valve, open valve main, which is going to be a bit difficult because I haven't yet put on the objective marker for those guys. So bear with me as we try and find the empty one. So there are, I think, 3 currently in the map, and one will be randomly missing a wheel. So there's one down here. Nope, not that one. And there's another one this way. And that was not empty either. I'm trying to think where there's others. Oh, it's hanging now a lot because of the damn this room does, for some reason, give a lot of like lag, this bit in particular. I don't know why this visual effect does it, more so than others, but yeah, this one hangs for some reason. I believe there's one here. I may be mistaken. Empty core, empty gas canisters. here. Oh, there he is. Oh, looks like... I think that one was meant to be it, but... Oh, here he comes. Right, so I've now turned that wheel. The lag. Yeah, Unreal's loading up now, so it's causing loads of problems. Let's open up another monitor. Come on. So there's like a fire, for example. And try and put that out. That's going to be annoying otherwise later when we want to go to the ship. Okay. Might have to stop in a second because the stream is lagging because of the Unreal editor. But you'd go in here. Now you've got the valve wheel replaced. You can activate this thing to begin pressurizing. So there's a bar fill up. This is easy to do when you've got more people helping you, but some will burst like that. And you have to turn the wheel. And that's going to continue the bar filling up. If you leave it too long, the bar does deplete. Okay. Right. Obviously, if you've got more people, you can station yourself around the room. Cool. This one 3 times in a row. Some more fires are breaking out of the ship. That one now. All the while you're doing this, your teammates, quote unquote teammates, could be sending the robot after you if they suspect you of being the mimic. It likes this one, doesn't it? Yeah, because if the android comes in this room while you're doing this task, bloody hell, what's wrong with this one? It can really screw this up. It'll take extra long. That one. Done. Cool. So that's 2 done. 1 left to go. So the last one is the coolant. So for that, we need to find an empty gas canister. And I cannot remember where any of these are. So this might be interesting. There's one in here. I feel like there would be one in here. This is where you heal when you take damage. No gas canisters in here. That's a coupling. Don't need that. I think there's one down here. There's fuel cell. Where the hell are they? Let's go through this. Yeah, the objective list will it's got to be updated massively to improve the visibility of what you've achieved and what you haven't achieved. It's all beb. Oh, hello. Why are you standing still? New bug. He's staying still. Oh, no, you see me. So this bit is obviously needs sound effects, so I ain't got sound effects in this bit. He's choking you. And then throwing you. So now I've taken a bit of damage now. Did I forget to put gas canisters in the level? That may well be the case. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, so Android kind of keeps track of where you are and what you're doing. So even if he loses sight of you, he knows, he can guess where you went. No, it's got to be a gas canister in here. I would have definitely put one in here. Wheel. Power core. Security key. Maybe I did forget to put them in the map. Bit of an oversight. Oh, he went that way. Well, I think I forgot to put him in the map. That's fine. So, yeah, let's just transform into Mimic because everyone loves this shot. And now we're in Mimic mode. And when you're in Mimic mode, you can go and... that's not the right way. Where are we going? This way. You can feed on the corpses around the ship. Like this one. Got a basic animation on it. It's got to change soon. So I've got 1 energy. I need 2 to turn back into a human. 3 to lay an egg. So we'll try and lay an egg. These corpses do have a cooldown on them as well, so you can't just feed off the same corpse all the time. Go on. And we'll go for a third one. So the idea behind the Mimic is you want to improve your survivability by laying eggs. Oh, what's happened here? So go into R here. I can lay an egg. I'll vomit up an egg. And that will now start spreading and growing. And when I die, I can respawn at this egg. But what it'll do is it'll grow its stuff all over the place. So you see it starting to grow up there. So players that are wandering around will start noticing it, and you can destroy it if you're another player. Meanwhile, don't forget, you can players can access these terminals to vote on who they want the android to chase, and the android will chase them. It will head straight to them. Speaking of which, I hear him. There he is. So let's eat a few more people. And then I can transform back into a human. Which is going to be the subject of our thing today. Oh, he still has a torch on him. That's going to change as well. All the bugs. One energy. I need one more. I don't think there's one in here, no. But there's one definitely in the warehouse bit. somewhere. Okay, so now I've got this. I can transform back. So hold down R. I can choose who I want to look like. So I don't have to look like the same person I did before. I can look like other players to throw people off my scent. So I can go back into Nassim here. And it's probably not going to work now. So I've been working on this, so it's probably broken. Yeah, it's broken. But yeah, that's the game so far. So let me come out of that and go back to the editor and talk through the thing that we're working on currently. Let me go back to the other monitor. Hold on. Dum, 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 dum. So yeah, so as I said, there's things I want to. There's something I've got to work on. This is my dev map, by the way. If you haven't seen it before. One of the things I've got to work on is the transformation back from mimic to human. And so we've got this amazing animation from Luke again, where let me see if I can show it for you. This one, where they sort of like snap back into the shape of a human. But hang on, wait for it to load up. Let me put the fan on. Yeah, so we got like this sort of thing. So I've been working on this visual effect animation of what I want it to look like. But yeah, you see like how his bones sort of snap back into shape and size, and he scales back into the size of a human. So the idea is that we were going to do the like postules bursting and bubbling and things like that, and for him to then to like show a human body forming around him, which this is a bit I'm stuck on. I don't know what this should look like. So I've been experimenting with different ideas. So I started with this bubble idea, so making bubbles that spawn on his body and pop, 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 pop. They don't look as good yet because they're overlapping too much, and you kind of lose their sort of look about them. But yeah, they spawn over his body and pop, 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 like pustules that are spewing and spraying. I mean, that could be still a thing that's part of it, but it's definitely something that's a could be thing. So another idea I had was that we have this character doing this, and then we have an overlay of the human model on top of them, and we reveal the human model with a material sort of effect, spiraling around them and showing various things about it. So I want to experiment with that. But please do in chat, let me know what you think. What ways could we do the alien turning back into human form? Which surprisingly, there's not that many references for. Lots of people have done humans turning into aliens. That's not a problem. It's the other way around, which is problematic. So one thing I looked at was the Venom, where he turned back into Eddie Brock. The difference with that is that Venom is more like a suit, where it's like bigger than him. So it's a little bit different. I also had the other idea that the mimic would like melt into the floor into like a puddle, and then the human would crawl out like a cocoon type thing. That's another idea. But I do want to give the idea of this like body snapping and thing, because we could just call like bone breaking, like it's got to be uncomfortable for the mimic to want to do it. So yeah, we're thinking of that sort of thing. So yeah, so let me show you what I'm thinking of a possibility of doing, and look at how we can do this, because I don't think it would be that easy to do. So yeah, I need a human body. So let's go and test this out with a human body. And you go into MetaHumans, and we'll just bring up like Nassim here, and we'll just bring this Nassim out. Make it like a suit, like fresh and clothes. Yeah, we had thought about that, but it'd be very difficult to like where did the suit come from? How does it sort of work? I mean, I thought the idea of like it pedaling out the back of the creature and then wrapping around it, like type thing. but very, very difficult to animate and visual effect that. So at the moment, I'm thinking of some sort of like weird noise dithering of the whole character material. But the problem with this is that he consists of many materials. So, yeah. Let's have a look, see. So, let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. And I think what we'll do, like, we'll see the extent of the problem. And then I'll do a test on, like, a very simple material for the effect of it. And then worry about trying to make it work for a metahuman. So... Ion Perforce. No, Git. Yeah. Worst case scenario, Kasan, that'll be it. So if we run out of time, that'll be the way it happens. Or like with a smoke, like a magician. Okay, so yeah, like we've got quite a few materials to deal with, but it looks like it's just one material per body piece, which isn't too bad. Okay. The skin is a different factor because there's loads of other things in there. So maybe we could do something different with this face part of it. But we'll do a test and see where we're at with that. Okay. So to show you what I did with the bubble popping. Bubble pop. Yeah, so we animate a couple of parameters on our thing here to create this effect. Here, oh puppy, to make it sort of like do the bubble, but that's what's spawning on top of them. So let's try a different thing. Are you using a Skybox plugin? Nope. Nope, just standard sky stuff. And also, I'm in space. It's just black. Originally, it did have stars in the sky in a cube map, but you couldn't see any of it. It was a waste of resources. Okay. Okay, so flesh appear. Let's call this one. Okay, so this can be try and handle as much as we can on material. I've got an idea in my head of how this should look. Basically, like reverse tearing, to show it kind of stitching back together. So, for that, I need to do a texture of some kind of noise of to some effect. So we'll start working with the Perlin noise, and then work with that around that. Oh, puppy. Oh, and then we'll stretch it with our UV coordinates. U tiling we'll put down to like 0.2. Yeah, so it looks a bit more stretched like this. Might change that to the other Perlin noise mask. Yeah. And then we'll step that. And we'll do 0.1, 0.3, 0.4. Yeah, so you see how it does this sort of weird tearing effect? That's what we're going to try and do simulate here. So if I put that in a sort of looping timer so I can see it working. So I'm going to put a time node in. And let's put that into a... I don't think you can just put that into there. I don't think that'll work. No. Need to... Let's do sine wave. Not sine wave. Let's do tan. Put that into there. And then put that into the base color. So you see you get this sort of effect going on. We slow this down. So make that 0.1. like that. So it's kind of molting its skin, yeah, but the skin will like form around it. So that the skin will molt on top of it and then around it. And then I'm thinking of making this pan a little bit as well. So I do like a panner. This actually might look quite good. Who knows? We'll see. And we'll do in the X here 1. Too much. 0.1. It's not too bad. What do you guys think? So obviously we put this on with a opacity. So it's steps. So we'll just put this into the opacity mask. So turn it to masked. Sort of like that. You know what? I think that could work. I think that might actually work. Let's try to see what it looks like on a different shape. Let's put it on a circle shape here. So it's like it's appearing out of nowhere, but it's like forming around it a little bit. Possibly. I want to give it a little bit of y-axis as well, so you get a sort of a spiraling effect. I'm going to go to 0.05, so a little bit of upward movement on this as well. A bit more. Just do 1 again. Let's give it a bit more of a spiral. Do 2. Too much. 1. Still too much. 0.3. That's better. So experiment with a little test here to try and make the skin form around them. Okay, so let's try applying this effect to our metahuman. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a function out of this, and then I'm going to go around to all the materials and add it as a material function to them. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, also this time here needs to be a dynamic parameter. So dynamic parameter. So if you ever want to make a parameter useful for Niagara, you need to use a dynamic parameter. And this exposes parameters from Niagara to your material. So this would be a skin form, we'll call it. And we'll put that... Actually, do we want to use Niagara with this? It may be just a normal parameter. I don't know, we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's wave on one problem at a time. Okay, so we've got kind of a neat effect. Let's now see if we can get this working in a function. So I'm going to set all of this and copy. I don't think you can make it a function from here. No. So we're going to make a material function. So go to materials, material function, and open it up for now. Paste that in. Okay. And the output result, we'll put that into there. Okay. And there's the molting effect. Okay. Yeah, maybe an intermediate stage. That'd be quite cool. Like we showed like 2 layers of it. So you see like one color, which is like muscle and flesh, then skin, then clothes, maybe. Yeah, there's loads of things we could do because you can overlay it with different time values. Speaking of which, let's put in a multiplier for the time here. So I'm going to put this in as a input parameter. So I'm going to drag this out and do input, function input. That'd be a scalar. I'm going to name it here time. And we'll put a default value of 0. Why is that 3 values? It should be just 1. Input scalar. Yep. Don't know. Apply. Okay. Oh no. I don't know. preview value of 0.1. Yeah, there you go. Preview value of 0.1. Yeah, okay, so anything else here you need to parameterize? I think that could be it, really. So we'll close that now, and we'll just name that one MF, and we'll do that one as molting. Or demolting, I guess it would be, but molting would be fine. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so the way material functions work is that now rather than having that, I can just delete this and put in material function, and then I can select on here. Oh, it's already got selected molting. I put in a time value of what I want in there, and that'll give me what I need it to be. H color and opacity mask, and that could be 0.1. Okay, so we can feed it stuff like that. Okay, so let's now use that as part of our MetaHuman materials. So we'll just call that yes for now. And we'll, oh, I deleted them, didn't I? Put Nassim back in there. Nassim, back you go. Actually, let's put an actual player character. So we can actually test it with the actual material the player character is using. Mimic. Not mimic, sorry. Crew members. We'll stick with Nassim. We'll put Nassim in there. Okay, so let's just put it on him so he'd automatically just go with whatever he's got set up. So I need to go to the material of, first of all, this clothing here. So let's go to that clothing material. And let's take a look at what that looks like on him. Yep. Click that button. And over here, click this button. Cool. Okay, so I need to edit the parent version of this. So I'm going to go to edit parent. We'll put that on here too. And I want to change this overall to masked, first of all. And then it's quite a simple material, thankfully. It makes life a lot easier. So do material function, cool. And then you're going to choose your material function from the bottom down here. So molting material function. And we want the result to go into there. And time we'll put in as 0.1 for now. Let's see what it looks like. Now the UVs of it will make it look a little bit different. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. What do you guys think? Obviously be animated as well. But what? Let me know. What do you think? Maybe we could be doing the thing like you're saying, Tugard, about putting like a intermediate one in there with a slightly different slow pace. We can see like skin appearing on it, maybe. Almost like the Predator appearing, yeah. Or kind of like a mummy, yeah. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I don't know, yeah, I think it looks okay. And so obviously this will need to be parameterized, so it doesn't always do this, because otherwise it would look weird if every player was doing it. So this will need to be a parameter. So when it's parameter 0, it should look normal. Or not. Right, I need to make it so I can turn it off and on then. because 1 is going to make it go too fast. Yeah. Okay, so I need to go into material function, edit it. So if I was to give it a input time of 0, it would stop. So let's take this out, and I'm going to put in here that again. So input time, it'll be the same one. Can I use the same one there? No, it has to be the same one. Okay, no. Yes, fine. We'll just reuse this one. Yeah, so if I do if B, if the time of that value is greater than B, I want it to use this one. So I'm going to lerp. That'll go into alpha there. And that'll be... I mean, I could actually, rather than doing if, I could just do ceiling, couldn't I? I just realized. If I do ceiling, so ceiling rounds up no matter what it is. So if it's 0, it should stay 0. But if it is 0.1, for example, it'll round up to 1. So now I can lerp that with the ceiling node. So alpha will go into there. So if it's 0, we want it to be 1. And if it's B, it'll pick this one. Okay. That's the thinking behind it. So if I now go back to my character here. And it's still like, it's like ghosting for some reason. Oh no, it's fine. I think it's rendering the shaders still. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so 0.1 does its thing. I put it in 0. Hopefully it's like completely off. Sweet. Okay, so we can parameterize that. That's nice. So let's rename this thing. Appearing, we'll call it, for lack of better options. Okay, so let's now see this work on a face. Let's check out his face. Now, this one's a tricky one because the metahuman face actually constitutes multiple different bloody materials, which is really annoying. I don't want to go through every single one of them if I can avoid it. But I'm scared I may not be able to avoid it. Oh, I need another drink. Okay, so this could be something. This could be something. Now I want it to also last as long as the animation of the mimic doing its little bit as well. So I need that to work out what timing that would be. Yeah. Yes, they are, Ben. Yes, they are. Okay. So let's close out. Let's go to his head. And let's go to... I'm just going to worry about, I think... Yeah, I don't know. It's got all this baked stuff. We'll go for this main thing here. Do you see metahuman magical solos? Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally possible. Ooh, looks weird. We maybe actually use... Maybe if there's a parent one we could use, maybe we could use that. Because that would then work on all of them. Check this out. There might be a parent master material. We'll see. Okay, so it's just translucent. Okay. Oh yeah, because it's subsurface. Okay, so let's put in a material function in here for the molting. And we'll multiply that with this and put that into there. And the time here we'll put in as 0.1. So with the head, this is going to look really, really weird because the eyeballs won't do this, nor the teeth. So it's going to look proper freaky, and it might be good. I mean, scary is good. But let's have a look, see if this is going to work at all. Now, if the opacity is set to 0, though, this may not actually work, will it? Why is it changing? We should see it changing. Hold on. Let's go back to the parent. Okay, so we should see this tweaking. No. I think the scattering here is breaking how this opacity works. Let's just chuck that into there. Okay. So I think we've got an issue with the subsurface scattering. Yeah, I think subsurface scattering is going to break this. Okay, let's see what happens if we change the profile of the model here to just normal default lit rather than subsurface. This could make the metahumans look a bit worse and make it masked. But it may be all we can do. I know. Right, let's just apply it and see how we go. Because I've got a feeling it's not going to look as good. Okay, so that one was doing it. Okay, and then that's not looking too bad. I mean, it might be all right. It's a dark game. Whoa. See what I mean about the eyeballs and the teeth? It might be a bit weird. Not too bad. I mean, we could just do that and then make the head, hair, and eyeballs just appear. We could do this every single material. That could get quite long. Let's see what this looks like with the animation on it as well, I think. Let me go back to this material. And we'll do the appearing here, set to 0.1. You can see them together. Okay. Proper freaky. Okay, so let's change the animation here to a fixed animation for a second. So I have got a bunch of animations they could use. I've got these. What were they? Morphs and transforms. Yeah. But I don't know if I convert them all of them. You're welcome, El Piccolo Loco. Ben, what did you do about the one about the 10,000 bones in its head? How you look head animation? Yeah, I've just got no animation at all for the head. We're crossing each bridge as we come to it. So we can get by without any animation, but obviously it's better if we can. But yeah, so far it's not too bad because I've only got you'll only ever have 5 metahuman, or no, technically 8 if you're in a closed lobby. 8 metahumans any one time. The metahumans, by the way, are LOD synced with LOD2. So not using the full whack MetaHuman. I can show you how you do that if you don't know. On your MetaHuman, go down, put LOD sync component on it, and over here, force it to be using number 2. Works a lot better. We get a much better performance out of it. For games. And okay, so yeah, we've got different animations in here. So what one would go well with this? Let's have a look. And I can retarget some across. If it's ever going to load. Okay. So A, it's way too long. Possessed. Let's try doing possessed one. What's this look like? Possess. Possessed 2. So that's the one when they peel out the skin. Could be quite cool. That could be an option. Okay, we'll try this one. So I'm going to go to the thing here, retarget this. And be retarget this one. And I want to choose the man. Yeah, that one. And change this and put it in the correct folder. Characters, crew, animations, retarget. Yeah, it's kind of like the annoying orange. Okay. So got this thing. Yeah, I guess that's one. It's just got, yeah. And we'll take to use this thing. Accept. That's just the normal death one. Why did I not use the right thing for this? Skeleton, human skeleton is what I wanted. Okay. Retarget. That one. And body, yeah, no, that one. It doesn't have a skeleton, that one, that's right. Which one is it? This one, by the looks of it. Right, so there's the use animation. We can select that. No, why not? Obsessed. What the hell's going on? Why can't I? What? No, I haven't done animations for this guy for so long, so I forgot what skeleton he uses. Game, human skeleton, man mesh. Right, let's go back to the thing here. Retarget, duplicate, retargeter. Right, no, not that one. That one. No, that's so confusing. That's not it, is it? Ugh. I mean, weird and creepy, but why is it doing that? What? Retarget. Yeah. Do that one then. Retarget. We'll get the right one eventually. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, just need to change the length of time it takes for it to finish doing the thing. So I need to match it 1 to 1 as best I can. So I need to work out what time setting it needs to have. So let's go and edit that. So let's go to why do I have so many skeletons? It's because all the packs and animation packs are obviously coming with their own skeletons. I didn't delete them. I didn't delete them because I'm only retargeting the ones I need. So I've kept them in there whilst I'm working on it. So like Morph and Transformers will have its own skeleton. Sometimes UE4 and UE5 will be in there too. But we've got different ones for like animations, for creatures, androids. I've got also the Meta Humans have their own ones as well. We need the setting for that. So appearance here. So 0.1 does it for roughly, what, a third or a half? That's not too bad. Although the animation doesn't seem to... It seems to be a bit delayed, doesn't it? Okay, let's try 0.05. Save that. Too slow. Why 0.15? Ooh. That might be the one. Seems to be pretty consistent. Do you use often C++ in your project? If you do, where specifically with Blueprint? So this project currently has no C++ in it. I would use C++. Once I've done all this and done all the work on it, there are some elements that I may go in and do some C++ for, just to optimize a few bits of code, but there isn't actually much in this case, in this game, to worry about. It's pretty simple. But there may well be. As for when, you just look for things that might be a little bit easier and quicker to do in C++. So you prototype it first in Blueprint, and you can think about, okay, would this one bit better in C++ or not? And as I say, at the moment, this is not a big problem for this. I haven't had to make any custom systems or anything like that, so it should be okay. Okay, so we've got our dude doing that. Obviously, they're about to sync because I've got it set up, but let's just worry about the body first of all. Okay, so let's go back now to the mimic animation that I want to tweak and change. Because I'm going to try it without the visual effects on it that I was messing about with the other day. So I'm going to go to blueprints, characters, mimic, morph. Yeah, so I don't want to worry about that now. Let's do that. Wait for them to stop doing their thing. Oh, I forgot it's been told to loop, hasn't it? I need to stop now. So yeah, that's the animation without all the junk on it. And by then, the human would have formed. So we do that. Okay, so we're going to try and overlay that on top of each other. So I'm going to go into my animation map. I do my development animation for. Right, let's hide all this stuff I don't need. Oop. Don't need that morph. There we go. Right. Okay, so there he is. So morph back is the sequence we want. So we'll open this up. And there is our creature's animation going off. Right, so now I'm going to put that onto the human one. So let's add in a character. Crew. And we'll do this one. Set to 0, 0, 0. And just realized the animation, the rotations of the meshes are the wrong way around. Oh, poop. Okay, right. We'll worry about that in a minute. Actually, no, not the wrong way around, because this shouldn't be this guy. This should, hang on, I know what I'm talking about. It's not him I need. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, we need the mimic actor. That's what we need. Yeah, man. Oh, come on. Unreal. Sort it out. Put some backing music back on. Okay, right. So, yeah, I need to put in the mimic blueprint, not the mesh. Okay. He'll be lower than that. That's frustrating. Okay, so he's going to be a bit higher. But we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so we've got the two characters doing their thing here. Let's add the mimic to the track first of all. And we need to add an animation for his mesh. So character mesh 0, animation, morph, feature morph 1. Yeah. So looks like that. Let's tie that with the human one. Add actor to timeline. It may be the case that we need to go and add a custom animation for the human. But if we got the human spiraling out, maybe we'd have like the opposite spiral for the mimic unraveling. maybe. That might be the way we go with that. So the skin is like unraveling and then swirling around and raveling back up. That could be quite cool. Oh, God. Yeah, sorry about not being able to do question time this week. It's just been feeling better and catching up on stuff. So, but as I said, like, a lot of the work that's going to Mimic since the new year started has been a lot of business development stuff. Working on a business plan, post-release plans, things of that nature. That's where most of the work's gone. Okay, yeah. So, I don't want the control rig. All that control rig. And there you go. Right, so he's skin, was it skin? No, just mesh. I want the mesh. Don't want that skin track or the head track. I want the mesh track. So looking for mesh. Character mesh. It was character mesh, wasn't it? Yeah. And then here we're going to add in the animation for the possessed. This one. Yeah, see, there's different timing of it. So I could probably put this somewhere like here, maybe. Let's scroll that out a little bit like that. Yeah, I think if we had the unraveling of the mimic skin, I think that would actually look pretty good like that. And I'm also going to bring it forward a little bit too, because the mimic is kind of stepping into the shoes of the other guy. But hang on. And I want to keep that state. We'll also put the material in here in a second as well, like a timeline thing. So we'll just... I think we'll go to the mimic character and do that on here. So I'm going to add a transform track to this. Ooh. And at that point there, we'll add a keyframe and move him slightly forwards. Okay, and our mimic player is going to have a visibility track on it to make it completely invisible. Actor hidden in the game. Bump. I need to make that true at start here. And then turn it off. There we go. Okay. I think we've got something here. Just a matter of just continue tweaking it. Right, let's tell these material to animate as well. So I'm gonna go to the character mesh here. We'll just do material material parameter element 0 parameter appearing, and we'll set appearing to be at 0. No, I want it completely invisible, don't I? 1. No. I'll set it to 0, and then when it gets to here, we'll set it to no, 0 again, and then go here, 0.1, and then I mean, I could probably even control the appearing transition, couldn't I? That might be better. Yeah. So let's go to the characters. Details panel. This one. That's not correct. Okay. Delta from that. This one. This one. Right, when appearing is 0. So rather than doing 0 as a time going into it, we'll make it a an alpha that we control. So rather than that, we do that. No. We'll put that into there. Or actually there. Better. Apply. Yes. Okay. So appearing. Oh. Oh, we can now control it. Finally. So appearing is going to be set to 0. Then as it gets to like there, we'll set this to 1. All right. No, not 1. 0. No. What is it? Tangent. So tangent goes between -1 and 0 and 1. So 0, 1, 1. No, why is that not? Hang on. 0.1. Yeah, why is it doing it like that? Hang on. Save. Appearing goes into here. 1 is that. 1 is off. 0 is on. Put that in as 1. It's off. 0.5 is that. 0.6. What's going on with this thing? It might be rather than using tangent, we just pull it straight into the step. That might be the way to do it. And then that might be the thing we do. So step basically says anything above this value is 1, anything below this value is 0. Yeah, I think that might be the way to do it. Tangent we were using because we had to use time, so if we don't use it, we should be okay. Yeah, so if we go to here now. Oh. 1 should be full. Should be fully formed. So he's forming. Okay, let's start off at 1. No, not 1. 0. Then 1. I also want to change the material function a little bit. Hang on. Where did I put it? Now I'm doing it this way with just the straight scalar going to it. I probably don't need to do the lerp anymore. Probably just put that straight in. I think I'll just put it straight in now. I might change the direction of it. So 0 might be like a full. Let's have a look. So 0 is empty, empty, and then yeah, it starts doing it, and then cool. Okay, yeah, okay. Right, so let's make the character now hidden in game until that element. So I'm going to go into here, add track, hidden in game. Going to set the visibility to false. And then when it gets to here, I'm going to set the true. Okay. So now if I combine this with the appearing material for the mimic, maybe I can make the mimic unravel. So let's go to the mesh of this. Open up the mutant skin for this one. Okay. There's our mimic's material here. It's been set to subsurface profile. Again, we're going to have to change this to a normal lit profile. Oh, not unlit. Default lit. And deal with it and see if it makes any difference. So the opacity mask here, material function. Cool. Molting. Opacity mask. And we'll put in the value. And this will be appearing. And we'll put that into there. So 1 is the default for this. Right. I should have already multiplied this with the opacity mask as well. There we go. Okay, so now if I go to our our dude here. So subset. Okay, let's take that thing off. We don't need it then, do we? Quite clearly. We'll just put just the molting in. Oh yeah, because that'd be for the opacity. We're not using the opacity mask. This will make it a bit more efficient because masking is more optimized than opacity, so should work a little bit nicer too. Okay, so now we can animate the thing on it, the appearance track on it. So we're going to go material element 0, and we're going to add a parameter for appearing. Change that pin there, and we're going to go to about there. And then start fading it out with the appearance stuff there. Not too bad. I think it needed a little bit more delay in it. So let's just scroll that along a little bit. Let's go back at the beginning here. Why is his appearance doing that? Oh yeah, try to ignore everything, unlike me. Ignore everything apart from the human's suit, because that's the only thing we've parameterized at the moment. You know, I think this might be the way to go. I think it's just a matter of just fine-tuning the tweaks of it. Bring that a little bit up there. And we'll bring this one back here. Okay. What do you guys think? Potential? I think it does have potential. I also made previously this bloody one, so I make him go bloody if I wanted to as well. Hold on. Add parameter for his blood cover, and we'll start that there. By the time he gets to there, he'll be set to 1. So now he should like cover himself in blood a little bit. Not bad, not bad. Oh, is there a software and game development category? I didn't see that one. I'll add that on Twitch. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I think we're fine-tuning, sliding around the values a bit. I think we've got something there. Maybe a few blood spurts. I'm happy with that. I think that is the way we're going to go. I think if I could just keep tweaking on this, add a few like disgusting things to it. Obviously sound effects, some particle effects and things like that. I think we're on to a winner there. Okay, brilliant. So by the time we come back to the next time we review Mimic's development, that should be fully in the game, hopefully. As it will be, should be animated and with all its stuff in it. So hopefully next month when we review this again, that should be there, as well as a few more other bugs on that, because there won't be one in March probably because I'll be in GDC. But I'll be doing probably a live stream or a live video or calls or something like. I'll be doing some content stuff whilst I'm GDC, no doubt. But Mimic will be going off to GDC, try and woo some people. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, a bit more blood and guts in there, and I think we're good. Brilliant. Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining me live for our Mimic update. Say the game's coming along quite nicely. We're hoping to start the closed beta soon. I just need to do a test with Luke to see if the connection's working and get us back into a game together, because it was working, then it wasn't working, and we're trying to fix it to get back to working, matchmaking wise, that is. So hopefully matchmaking's fixed now, and we can test it out. And once it's working, we can then start hosting some test games of this in Patreon. So if you want to support the game and support the channel, head to patreon.com/Ryan Laley, where your donations help support the channel. And you get access to all our videos early before everyone else. The new FPS RPG series has started over there now. It's really cool where that's going. I've filmed 5 episodes of it, so 5 episodes of it so far. Then there's more to come, obviously, down the line. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't already subscribed, and do recommend the channel to anyone who wants to learn game development. We release videos every week, and 2 live streams when I'm not feeling rubbish a week too. We'll be back again hopefully on Wednesday for question time, and then we're back also next Saturday for a live class in our live stream. It'll probably be something level design related. I haven't decided yet exactly, but if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out and let us know what you want to learn about. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.